You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for our Black and White Sports. We're going to talk about Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace had a race yesterday. First race since the infamous fight/crash with Kyle Larson at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway a couple of weeks ago. Heavily criticized. There were calls for criminal charges, a much harsher suspension than he ended up getting. Kyle Larson, by the way, last weekend, the race that Bubba Wallace, the one race that Bubba Wallace was suspended for, he won that race, by the way. So Bubba was back yesterday, and it's very clear NASCAR fans do not care for Bubba Wallace much at all. A while back, I did a video. There was a poll out there. Bubba Wallace was far and away the most hated driver in all of NASCAR. And look, also calls to have McDonald's take their sponsorship away from Bubba Wallace. Kevin Harvick, Kyle Petty, several others heavily criticized NASCAR and Bubba Wallace. We thought he should get like a minimum of a rest of the year ban for his actions. NASCAR's too afraid of the mainstream media, too afraid to be called racist. Oh my goodness, because Bubba Wallace has got that protective leftist progressive insulated bubble around him. Well, he didn't have the bubble around him yesterday when NASCAR fans let this dude have it. And there is video of this. Breitbart, Bubba Wallace booed heavily during driver introductions. Bubba Wallace may be the darling of leftist sports media, but he is clearly not as popular among NASCAR fans, as evidenced by the loud and clear booing of that greeted Wallace during driver introductions this weekend. Fresh off his one-race suspension for shoving Kyle Larson, the smallest man in NASCAR, fans at Martinsville treated Wallace to a chorus of boos. Let's check this out right here. Woo! Wow. Let's do it again. Wow, they tore Wallace's butt up. Most boos in driver intros, Bubba Wallace, and it wasn't very close. Way more than Kyle Busch and Ty Gibbs. As the Athletic's Jeff Gluck reports, the booing for Wallace was far greater than any other the driver received. While Wallace will always maintain a residual level of unpopularity among NASCAR fans for the brouhaha resulting from his 2020 claim that a garage pool was a noose, a claim investigated and discredited by the FBI, the reaction to Wallace in this case is more likely due to his bullying of the much smaller Kyle Larson earlier this month. All the above, Breitbart, I can tell you. All of the above. The trouble started at turn 3 of NASCAR Cup Series South Point 400 in Las Vegas when Larson tried to pass but ended up putting Bubba Wallace into the wall. Wallace then appeared to retaliate by striking the rear of Larson's car. Things deteriorated from there as Wallace confronted Larson at his car and shoved him around. In any event, the two drivers claimed to have squashed it. As far as how a large number of NASCAR fans feel about Wallace, it looks like he has some work to do. I don't see, because of that incident in 2020, I don't see NASCAR fans ever caring much for Bubba Wallace at all. I mean, you went out there, you made the full leftist media woke tour. You brought a Marxist car into NASCAR with the BLM car. These fans are going to be completely out on you. They're completely out on, for example, the NASCAR president because of it too. Absolutely Crazy. Good for NASCAR fans. Let him have it. When you go to a race and his name gets announced, boo him out. And yeah, by the way, he's much bigger than Kyle Larson physically. So he knew he was going after a smaller dude. Repugnant. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Peace, I'm out. Till next time, Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.